Greetings. So, on a quest to help people find who they are, find themselves, and as well as discover myself. Every day I grow, work harder to better myself. And one of the things that I've been blessed with the ability to be able to share with you is the laws and actual laws. Okay, and why I say that actual laws is because they're based upon the Creator. Okay, there really is only unanimously one law throughout the entire world. If you've heard me say it once, you'll hear me say it 1,000 more times at least. Do no harm. But I want to go into the 613 laws of Yahweh and 248 positive commandments. Okay, and it's important to understand this because if you know this to be true in your heart, you can stand on all of this in a court of law. All of it. Because what they're doing is a perversion of Yahweh's laws, of the Creator's laws. And they're manipulating it for unjust enrichment, securities fraud, identity theft, and a number of other things. But if you know who you are, you can literally go in with this book and hand it to them and say, which law did I break? Just show me which law I broke, which law I violated or trespassed against. So I'm not going to get through them all tonight because there's 613 of them plus 248 positive commandments. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit about this. I think you'll really appreciate it. So if you're lost, you're feeling depressed, throw them pharmaceutical pills away and start getting into this book. And you're going to start finding those answers. Give yourself up to Yahweh, to the Creator. All right. So number one, believe in Yahweh as the only source of power in the universe. You must believe this to be true. Exodus 20.2, I am Yahweh, your heavenly Father, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Well, what do we have today? Ladies and gentlemen, we've all been cast into the house of bondage, Babylon. It exists today. It never went anywhere. It just changed names, changed handlers, same game, just a different place and time is all. So you'll also want to see Genesis 1, semicolon 1, Exodus 3.13 /15, Deuteronomy 32.39, Isaiah 42:8, and Isaiah 45.5 will also show you that believing in Yahweh is the true source of power in the universe. Law number 2, submit to Yahweh as the supreme head to be in unity with Yahweh. Deuteronomy 6:4. Hear, O Israel, Yahweh is our Father, Yahweh is one. 3, love Yahweh with all your heart, soul, and might. Deuteronomy 6:5. And you must love Yahweh your Father with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your might. See also Deuteronomy 30:10. Now what's important to understand about this is when I was incarcerated, the first thing I did was open that book. I didn't have any direction or guidance at all. I just opened it. And the first thing that I came to was, ye shall suffer for 10 days. They're going to incarcerate you for 10 days. I come about the 16th day, I'm starting to go, hey, maybe I just don't know how to count, but it's sure been longer than 10 days. But what it was showing me was to stick with him, because later on in the book, I found that I had to stick with him with conviction all the way through, just see it through with him. Although the book said that I would suffer for 10 days or whatever, maybe my view of 10 days is different, or perhaps there were more lessons to be learned. So then we go into reverence Yahweh by keeping his laws. Deuteronomy 6:1 through 2, 13, and 25. 1. Now, these are the laws, the statutes, and the judgments which Yahweh your Father has commanded me to teach you, so that you may observe them in the land you are crossing over to possess, so that you may reverence Yahweh your Father by keeping all his statutes and his laws, which I command you, your son, and your son's son, all the days of your life, and so that your days may be prolonged. Yahweh your Father you must reverence, and him you must serve, and by his name you must take your oath. Okay, this is very, very important, because what is the Constitution based off of? What are the Bill of Rights based off of? What is the civil, what is it? It's, shucks. Civil rights through the United Nations. What are they all based off of? It's based off of Yahweh's law. It's based off the Creator's law, okay? Human rights, civil rights. So it's important to understand these laws. Number 5 says, serve Yahweh. Exodus 23:25. And you shall serve Yahweh your Father, and he will bless your bread and your water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of you. 6. Hold fast to Yahweh. Deuteronomy 10:20. You shall reverence Yahweh your Father and serve him. Hold fast to him and take your oaths in his name. So when they're taking their oaths, they're taking an oath because all the documents that I just mentioned to you were all created through the Bible, through following God's law. Okay? And so it's important to understand when these judges and ministerial administrators are taking their oath, they cannot violate God's law. And that's what the canon laws tell you. The canon laws tell you that they can't violate God's law. You know, they leave the bench the first time and come back as a priest, and they leave the bench for the second time and come back the third time. They come back as a high priest. To make a mistake at that level in the game is a death sentence, okay? So it's important to understand that. Yahweh your Father you must reverence, and him you must serve, and by his name you must take your oaths. Number 8, walk in the ways of Yahweh. Deuteronomy 28:9. Yahweh will establish you as his holy people unto himself, and he promised you an oath, the everlasting covenant, ladies and gentlemen. And if you walk with him, he will protect you, he will guide you, he's guaranteed that to you. If you will keep the laws of Yahweh your Father and walk in his ways. See also Genesis 17:1, Deuteronomy 26:17. 9. Sanctify the name of Yahweh. That's authority, ladies and gentlemen. Leviticus 22:32. You shall not profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am Yahweh who sacrifice you and set you apart as holy. Number 10, read, study, and meditate on the book of the law. Deuteronomy 6:7. And you must teach them delinquently to your children, and talk about them when you sit in your house, and when you walk on the road, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. He's telling you must always talk about the law. It must always be in your mind. It must be something cognitive that you speak of and that you consciously are aware of. Okay? And you see also Joshua 1:8. 11. Teach the book of the law to our children. Deuteronomy 6:7. What's the importance of teaching the law to your offspring? How come the public school system doesn't teach you these things? Okay? If the law is so important and it affects us in every facet of our life, how is it that it's never brought up in school? How is it that we're never taught the unalienable rights that we have been blessed with? Okay? It's things to think about. And you must teach them delinquently to your children, and talk about them when you sit in your house, and when you walk on the road, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. 12. Bind the law upon our hands. Bind the law upon our hands. Instruct and bind the acting officials, also known as the arm of the state, to the duties and obligations of the law. Ladies and gentlemen, the way the system is, we only have ourselves to blame for. Okay, it's because we didn't take action, we didn't become learned, we've strayed away from the good book and the true laws of the land, and we've followed false idols and fell asleep and lulled to sleep. We allowed ourselves to wander away from the true nature of happiness, and that's within Him. You shall tie them as symbols upon your hand, and they shall be as a distinguished mark in the eyes of everyone. See also Numbers 15, 38 through 40. 13, bind, which means write the law upon our minds. Apply your mind to study and writing of the law. You've got to understand that you create the law. The contracts that you enter into are the law, as far as commerce goes. But there's a law that supersedes commercial law, and that is the natural law, the law of the Creator. And we find that in Deuteronomy 6:8. You shall tie them as symbols upon your hands, and they shall be as distinguished marks in the eyes of everyone. See also Numbers 15, 38 through 40, and Deuteronomy 11, 18. Mark tzitzit on the corners of the talits, ministerial garments. Numbers 15, 38 through 40. 38. Speak to the children of Israel, tell them to make tassels, titzels, on the corners of their garments, talits, throughout their generations, and to put a cord of blue in each tassel or titzel. And 39, and you shall have the tassel, the titzel, that you may look upon it and remember all the laws of Yahweh and do them, so that you don't follow after the lust of your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to go whoring. 40. By doing this, you may remember and do all my laws, thus becoming holy to the Father. See also Deuteronomy 22, 12, and Exodus 25, 40. 15. Preach and publish the laws of Yahweh. You'll find this in Deuteronomy 6, 9. And you shall write, preach, and publish them on the door frames of your house. Well, what's the importance, ladies and gentlemen, of the no trespass sign? Okay? You're putting the laws up there. So put Yahweh's laws on your door. Put them on your gate. Let people know that you don't welcome trespassers, that you're there to help your fellow man. But you will not aid and embed the agents and agency who wish to extort from you and steal from you, and steal. And on your gates at the house of Yah. See also Deuteronomy 11, 20, and Deuteronomy 27, 8. 16. Gather for the reading of the law every 7th year. Deuteronomy 31, 10 through 13. The Moshe commanded them, saying, at the end of every 7 years, in the set time of the year of release, at the appointed time for canceling debts, at the feast of tabernacles. 11. When all Israel comes to appear in front of Yahweh your Father in place he shall choose, you must read this law before all Israel in their hearing. 12. Gather the people together, men, women, and children, and the strangers within your cities, so they may listen, and so they may learn to reverence Yahweh your Father, by carefully observing and doing all the words of this law. 13. In this same way, their children who do not know this law may listen to it, thereby learning to reverence Yahweh, your Father, as long as you live in the land which you are crossing the Jordan to possess. 17. A ruler must acquire and apply the book of the law. Well, what is the book of the law? Ladies and gentlemen, the book of the law is not being adhered to in the court system. It's the furthest thing from the book of the law. Deuteronomy 17, 18 through 20. When he sits on the throne of his kingdom, then he shall write for himself a copy of this law, borrowed from the priests who are Levites, on a scroll. 19. It is to remain with him, and he is to study it all the days of his life, so he may learn to reverence Yahweh his Father by carefully observing all the words of this law and these statutes. 20. So he may not become proud and think himself better than his brothers. Remember, it's important to understand There's no man better than any other man. We were all created the same. We're all created equal. Everybody has their own skill set, and nobody is better than the other one. Okay? We're in this together, and we have to pull together in order to affect positive change. And to turn away to the right hand or the left from this law, then he and his descendants will rule a long time in the midst of the kingdom. 18. Acquire the book of the law, Deuteronomy 31, 19. Now this perfect law is therefore written for you. It's written for you. Teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, so that I have this perfect law bearing witness for those who reverence Yahweh. See also Deuteronomy 30, 10 through 14, and Deuteronomy 31, 24 through 26, and Isaiah 34, 16. Be thankful to Yahweh in prayer, praise and deed. Be aware and appreciative to the appointed officials of Yahweh in petitions, acknowledgments, and works. Well, when we do a deed of acknowledgement, what are we doing? We're doing an acknowledgement, yeah? And then it mentions petitions. When we're petitioning, what are we doing, right? We're making a request based upon the laws, right? And we expect them to follow those laws. We're going to make a petition to them saying, hey, I've read the book. I know the laws. There's 613 of them, and I know those laws. I'm not a heathen, which means I'm not a lawless man. I'm not without God. I'm not without Yahweh. I have direction in my life. Deuteronomy 8, 10. When you have eaten and are satisfied, then you must bless Yahweh your Father for the rich land he has given you. He's given it to us, not corporations, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of us. What we have is a problem with law enforcement believing that they're not part of us. But the truth of the matter is those are our brothers, but they're lost in their ways. And we got to help them find this. The only solution that we can possibly have is by uniting with one another, by coming to a firm understanding of the difference between poetic justice and unjust enrichment. A lot of these people are out there doing things that they normally wouldn't do. Without that badge on, I don't believe they go around beating people up, sticking them on the ground, putting guns in their faces. I don't believe that of most officers that aren't on the job. I don't think that happens. But for some reason, when they put that badge on, all of a sudden morality goes out the window. But they're lost. And that's why it tells you in this book to forgive the ones who trespass against you, for they know not what they do. They know not what they do, but you're expected to forgive them because you knew it was coming. Why? He told you in this good book what was going to happen. He told you that they're going to hide behind trees and rocks and linger in the shadows and cause harm upon you. What do you think he was describing? What do you think he was telling you about and forewarning you about? People in their professions and their crafts that seek to unjustly enrich themselves on your pain and misery that they caused. Okay, the temple and the priest governing officials. This one gets really good. 20. Build the sanctuary of Yahweh, Exodus 25, 8 through 9, and let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them, according to all that I show you after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of the furnishings, exactly so shall you make it. See also Genesis 1, 26, Exodus 19, 5 through 6, and Exodus 25, 10 through 40. Exodus 26, 27, and 30, okay? Reverence the sanctuary of Yahweh. Respect the appointed and acting officials of the government of Yahweh. This doesn't mean the officials that are acting out and acting seditiously with piss poor performance and bad behavior. See, you're supposed to be able to put these people on check, but if you don't know this stuff, you can't hold them to their oath, because their oath, first and foremost, is to the Creator and to uphold natural law. Okay? You got to see the bigger picture here. They're supposed to be serving Him. That's where equity comes along. Okay? That what should be done, ought to have been done, will be done. Okay? Reverence the sanctuary of Yahweh. We went through that already. You shall reverence me by keeping my Sabbath at my sanctuary. I am Yahweh. 22. Guard the sanctuary of Yahweh at all times. Uphold and protect the government of Yahweh. Numbers 18:2 and 4. Bring with you your brothers of the tribe of Levi and the tribe of your ancestors to join you and assist you when you and your sons minister in front of the tent of the testimony. They are to join you and be responsible for the care of the tent of meeting, all the work and at the tent, and no one else may come near where you are. 23. The priest and the Levites shall do their appointed work of the tent of meeting. The chief official and the assisting officials shall do their appointed work of the tent of the meeting. Numbers 18:23, 6-7. It is the Levites who shall perform and do the work of the tent of the meeting, and bear the responsibilities for offenses and sins against it. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Israel, Levi shall have no inheritance. 6. I myself have chosen your brothers, the Levites, from among the children of Israel as a gift to you, given by Yahweh to do the work of the tent of meeting. But only you and your sons may serve as priests in connection with everything at the altar and behind the veil, in the holy place and the holy of holies, and you shall serve. I am giving this service of the priesthood as a gift. Anyone else who comes near the sanctuary must be put to death. 24. Priests must wash their hands and feet. Exodus 30:17-20-21. Then Yahweh spoke to Moses and saying, you shall also make a laver and a bronze with its base also of bronze for washing. Place it between the tabernacles of meetings and the altar, and put water in it. Aaron and his sons are to wash their hands and feet with water from it. Whenever they enter the tent of meeting, they shall wash with water, so they will not die. Also, when they approach the altar to minister, by presenting an offering made by fire to Yahweh, they shall wash their hands and feet, so they will not die. This is to be a statute forever for Aaron and his descendants throughout their generations. The priest, number 25, the priest must light the menorah, the lampstand. Exodus 27:21. In the tent of the meeting, which is outside the veil that is in front of the testimony in the holy place, Aaron and his sons are to keep the lamps burning in front of Yahweh from the evening until the morning. This is to be a statute forever for their generations on behalf of the children of Israel. See also Leviticus 24:1-4. The priest must bless the people with the name of Yahweh. Numbers 6:23-27. Speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, this is how you are to bless the children of Israel. Say to them, Yahweh bless you and keep you. Yahweh make his face shine upon you and be merciful to you. Yahweh lift up his continuance upon you and give you peace. So they will put my name on the children of Israel, and I will bless them. 27. The priest must set the show bread and frankincense before the ark. Exodus 25:30. Put the show bread, the bread of the presence, on this table in front of me always. 28. The priest must burn the incense on the golden altar in the morning and between the evenings. Exodus 30:7-8. Aaron must burn fragrant incense on the altar every morning when he tends the lamp. He must burn incense again when he lights the lamp at the evening. So incense will burn regularly in front of Yahweh, a perpetual incense in front of Yahweh throughout your generations. The priest must keep the fire burning on the altar continuously. Leviticus 6:12-13. The fire on the altar shall be kept burning on it. It shall not be put out. The priest shall burn wood on it every morning and lay the burnt offering in order upon it. And he shall burn on it the fat of the peace offering. The fire must be kept burning on the altar continuously. It must not go out. 30. The priest must remove the ashes from the altar daily. Leviticus 6:10-11. And the priest shall put on his linen garment and his linen undergarment, and take up the ashes of the burnt offering the fire has consumed on the altar, putting them beside the altar. 11. Then he shall take off his garment, putting on the other garment, and carry the ashes outside the camp to clean places. 31. The priest must keep the unclean out of the inner court of the sanctuary of Yahweh. Numbers 5:2-3. Command the children of Israel that they put out the camp every leper and every person having an infection, skin disease, everyone who has a discharge, and whoever becomes unclean because of dead body. Send away both male and female. You shall put them outside the camp, so they will not defile their camp where I dwell among them. 32. The priest must be regarded as holy. Leviticus 21:8. Therefore you shall regard him as holy, because they offer a food of Yahweh. He shall be holy to you, for I am Yahweh, who sets you apart as holy, and holy am holy. 33. The priest must dress in special priestly garments. Exodus 28:2-4 and 40. Make holy garments for your brother Aaron, for glory and for beauty. Tell all the skilled men to whom I have given wisdom in such matters that they are to make garments for Aaron, for his consecration and sanctification, so they may serve me as a high priest. These are the garments they are to make for the high priest: a breastplate, an ephod, a robe, a woven tunic, a turban, minspeth, and a sash. They are to make these only garments for your brother Aaron, and other priestly garments for his sons, so they may serve me as priests. For Aaron's sons, the regular priest, make tunics, sashes, and caps for glory and for the beauty. The priest must bear the responsibility for the sanctuary of Yahweh. Numbers 18:1-5. Then Yahweh said to Aaron, you and your sons and your ancestral tribe with you are to bear the responsibilities for the sins against the sanctuary, and you and your sons alone are to bear the responsibilities for the sins against the priesthood. You are to be responsible for the care of the sanctuary and the altar, so that wrath will not fall on the children of Israel again. Well, what do we have happening today, ladies and gentlemen? We have wrath falling upon our offspring, don't we? We have states coming in and stealing our offspring for profit. All right? It tells you right here in this book that shall not happen. Deuteronomy 10:8. At that time, Yahweh set apart the tribes of Levi to carry out the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, to stand in front of Yahweh, to minister and to pronounce blessings in his name, as they do this to this day. See also Numbers 7:9. 35. The priest must prepare the holy anointed oil according to its formula. Exodus 30:25. And you shall make from these the holy anointing oil, an ointment compound according to the art of the perfume. It shall be a holy anointing oil. Well, what are we finding today medically, people out there that have ailments and stuff? We're finding that these oils, these essential oils and stuff, are actually curing and helping people of sleep apnea, insomnia, upper respiratory illnesses. They're also curing joint pain. It's really a miracle at the oils and the things that you can find that are of great benefit compared to, let's say, Western medicine, where we treat things with pharmaceuticals. So another thing that this is pointing out is just the blatant obvious, the beauty and the miracle of the plants and energy that's already provided for us on this planet. See also Exodus 30, 23 and 33. The priests must perform their services at the sanctuary of Yahweh at the appointed times. Deuteronomy 18, 6 through 8. If Leviti comes from any of your cities where he had been living among Israel, and comes with all earnestness of mind to the place of Yahweh chooses, then he may serve in the name of Yahweh his father, just like all his fellow brothers, the Levites who serve in front of Yahweh. He is to share equally in their benefits, even if he has received money from the sale of family possessions. See also Leviticus 24, 8, 1, 1 Corinthians 24, 3 through 5, and Luke 1, 5 through 9. The priest may become unclean due to certain close relatives. Leviticus 21, 1 through 4. Yahweh spoke to Moses, speak to the ordinary priest, the son of Aaron, and say to them, none shall make himself unclean for those who die among his people, except for his relatives who are nearest to him, his wife who is as his own body, his mother, his father, his son, his daughter, and his brother. Also his virgin sister who is dependent on him, since she has no husband. For her he may defile himself. Otherwise he must not defile himself, making himself unclean, being a chief man among his people, to profane him. The high priest may marry only a virgin. Leviticus 21:13. The woman a high priest marries must be a virgin. See also Leviticus 21, 14. Sacrifice, chapter 3. The continual burnt offerings, Tamidic sacrifice, must be offered twice daily. Numbers 28, 2 through 6. Command the children of Israel and say to them, see that you present to me at the appointed time the food of my offerings made by fire, as an aroma pleasing to me. And you shall say to them, this is the offering made by fire that you are to present to Yahweh, 2 lambs of the first year without blemishing, as a regular burnt offering each day. Sacrifice 1 lamb in the morning and the other between the 2 evenings, the morning and the evening tamid. Present with each lamb 1/10 of an ephah, about 2 quarters of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of a hin, about 1/4 of pressed olive oil. This is the regular burnt offering instituted at Mount Sinai as a pleasing aroma, an offering made by fire to Yahweh. See also Exodus 29, 38 through 42, Psalms 55, 17, Psalms again 51, 17, Romans 12, 1, Peter 2, 5 through 9, and Hebrews 13, 15. 40. The grain and drink offering must be offered twice daily. Numbers 28, 5 through 7. Present with each lamb 1/10 of the ephah, about 2 quarters of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of hin and 1/4 of pressed oil. The accompanying drink offering is to be 1/4 of hin, about 1/4 with each lamb. Pour out the drink offering to Yahweh at the sanctuary. See also Numbers 28, 2 through 8, Leviticus 6, full colon 14 through 18, and Numbers 15, full colon 9 through 12. An additional sacrifice must be offered every Sabbath. That's Numbers 28, full colon 9 through 10. And on the Sabbath day, make an offering of 2 lambs of the first year without blemish, together with its drink offering, and 2/10 of an ephah, about 4/4 of fine flour mixed with oil, 1 ephah for each lamb. 10. This is the burnt offering for every Sabbath day, in addition to the regular burnt offering, the morning and evening tamid, and its drinking offering. 42. An additional sacrifice must be offered on the new moon. Numbers 28, full colon 11. On the first day of every new moon, presents to Yahweh a burnt offering of 2 young bulls and a ram, a total of 7 lambs of their first year, all without blemish. See also Numbers 28, full colon 11 through 15. An additional sacrifice must be offered every day of the feast of unleavened bread.